Hello, truckers, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. We are continuing our career mode in the International Lonestar, painted in international orange. We are continuing a load of dynamite from Oakland to Salem. If you missed the first part, be sure to go back in the playlist and catch the beginning of this. We are at the halfway point, and it's time to get back on the road and get this load delivered. So, let's go. If you haven't been following this series lately, I've become relatively impatient with driving normally. So I've kind of gone into unrealistic mode, where we're just trying to hurry up and get these loads done and ignore the rules. Yeah. The game gets very repetitive after a while, so you get to the point where you're just like, I kind of just want to hurry up and get where we're going. Because for me, you know, the driving is the driving, and it is what it is, and it's mostly about just getting the trucks, getting cool trucks, and upgrading them and getting them to their point. So as I've been saying in the last few episodes, I think the goal for this series is mostly going to be get one of every truck, get it fully kitted out and ready to go, and then, you know, we'll make some decisions after there. If there's enough of a viewership to justify continuing the channel by, say, maybe doing some mods or trying out some different things like that, then we will definitely consider it. But, you know, we have to have some kind of goal to reach. Otherwise, I'm going to struggle to be motivated to continue, because there's no really moving forward. Once you get to the point where you have all kinds of disposable income and you're not really doing anything with it, that gets really boring really quick. So right now we're on a quest to make enough money to buy the next truck so that we can put a worker in this one, and then buy a 9900i and then fix that one up, and then we'll put a worker in that, and then we'll buy another truck. I don't even really know. And we'll just work our way through all of the brands and models, get ourselves one of each truck, get them all fixed up, and have a driver in it making money. And the thing is that the more drivers you have out there driving, the faster it goes, because it's like a snowball effect. Money makes money, and you know, we'll have more and more drivers out there putting cash into our account every day. We're down to 5 hours and 15 minutes of driving, so should be a relatively, I don't want to say relatively short episode, but should be probably similar to what we had yesterday. I tried to stop right at the halfway point. Then there will also be a loading. We'll also have to do an unloading sequence at the end. So hopefully this episode will be relatively at the length that I like them to be, in between the 20 to 30 minute time frame. Now, obviously, because we're driving as fast as we're driving, it's probably going to be towards the shorter end of that, but we'll see. But I did say that I was trying to stick to speed limits that were reasonable. I know not... we have to pull in for... That's fine. We're just going to avoid that. I have penalties turned off, so it doesn't really count if I pass it through it anyways. We've gone through doing this stuff the realistic way, and if you want to see those, you can go earlier in the series to see that. Like I said, if I get enough backlash from, I don't want to say backlash, but if I get enough opinions from people saying, hey dude, we really want you to do it the normal way, then, you know, we'll go back to doing it the normal way. But for now, I'm kind of impatient and bored, and I want to just get this stuff done. I want to get the jobs done in a more reasonable amount of time. I don't want to drive, and I do want to drive in a way that's relatively safe, so that I don't waste a bunch of money crashing. That's why I'm limiting myself here to 70 miles an hour, not out of any moral reasons. Just I'm trying to do what I can to minimize the amount of time it takes to get places, while also preventing myself from getting into unnecessary crashes because I'm driving faster than I can really control. 70 miles an hour is a pretty reasonable speed limit on pretty much any freeway, and I think I'm just gonna hold to that. So this stuff right here, where everybody's slowing down to 55 miles an hour, this is where I start getting into. I'm going going around you guys. Turn the cruise control off because the sensor is forcing me to slow down. I didn't want to do that. Try to get around these guys as best I can. Where I start becoming a little bit unreasonable because I don't want to wait for these guys to get out of the way. So I'm really focused right now. I know I'm not really talking very much at the moment, but it's because I'm really trying to focus on getting around these guys. I want to set my cruise control, but unfortunately, if I do that, it's going to slow me down to the speed of the traffic in front of me. I would like to stay up at the 70-mile-an-hour range. Seems like traffic, for the most part, is doing about 70. Now we're slowing. Now these guys are slowing down for some reason. I don't know why. Come on, guys, let's go. That working on a light pole over there. Interesting. So hopefully these more impatient videos are more interesting to watch. I know I know it gets kind of boring just watching a truck drive down the road, and I only have so many things I can come up with to talk about during an episode. Yeah, you only can do what you can do. Okay, seriously, guys, we need to get out of this. Why is this other truck over here in the left lane? Like, I know I'm in the left lane, but I'm trying to go. Down to 3 hours and 20 minutes of what the time is saying we have left. Let's get around this curve here. Hopefully we won't crash into anything. So like I said, I'm trying to hold a speed that's controllable. So ideally we'll be okay. Fortunately, as I said before, as I said in a previous episode, the game does have a setting that prevents you from oversteering to the point where you'll tip over your truck, especially when you're using a controller like this. So I don't really have to worry about tipping the truck over. I do have to worry about not being able to turn as fast as I need to turn to get around a corner. So there will be some understeering that happens if we're going too fast. It's one of the reasons I'm sticking to 70, so that I can actually have some kind of reasonable control over the truck. And so that we're staying within the bounds of reason. You know, I know legally we're not driving the way it's supposed to be, but realistically, if there was no speed limit, I feel like this is probably how fast we would be driving. Because, you know, we got places to be. Down to less than 3 hours already. Going, where are we going? I think we're on, I don't remember if we're on the 5 the whole time or not. I do know that I would like for these guys to stop slowing down. Because every time they slow down, it takes me a little bit to get back up to speed. Don't really have a separate topic of conversation for today, so mostly I'm just narrating what I'm doing because I don't have anything to talk about. As with most of my, right now I just have 2 talking series basically where I'm just talking while I play a game, and I'm kind of hoping that you guys will get to the point where you know, you're providing me with topics of conversation. Maybe it'll be, why are you driving like this in this game? And it's supposed to be a trucking simulator. I don't know. Whatever you guys want me to talk about, feel free to leave comments down below letting me know that you'd like to have me cover whatever topic it is that you want me to cover. In my Elite Dangerous video, I covered talking about dealing with bias and how, you know, it's hard. Sometimes it gets hard to recognize how other people are influencing the way that you lean towards a subject, and how when other people say things and start changing your opinion on a subject, you immediately start discounting people you used to listen to all the time. So be sure to go back. Be sure to go watch that video if your reason for watching is mostly just listening to me talk about stuff. I definitely had a topic of conversation for that one, but I'm trying to avoid talking about the same thing in both of my talking episodes, because I don't want to end up having people wanting to follow both series because they enjoy space and they enjoy trucking, and then they end up having to listen to me talk about the same thing over and over again. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to come up with extra subjects. It's hard coming up with a single subject that would be something that's long enough to talk about for a reasonable amount of time in an episode. Coming up with two, nah. So yeah, I'm really hoping that you guys are going to get to the point where you're helping me out with finding interesting subjects to talk about. That way I can keep a nice steady narration during these episodes. Down to an hour and 50 minutes of in-game time. Yeah, this is going to be a relatively short episode, I think, because we're already getting pretty close to the delivery area. I don't understand why this truck is in the left lane. It really irritates me when vehicles that don't need to be... Okay, dude. And now because he slowed down, I got slowed down because this... Alright. I wonder if... I need to remove the sensor... I need to remove the sensor from this truck. It's really annoying me because it overcompensates. It really overcompensates for the slowing down part. A lot of times it slows me down way slower than what the traffic in front of me is doing. And now look at this. I'm way behind where I was because it decided to slow me down. So I think I'm going to stop at I think after this episode, I'm going to try to stop at a mechanic and swap out the bumper and just remove it. And I'll just try to pay attention to make sure I don't run into things, because this is... Look how unreasonable it is. Look how far back we ended up because the sensor pulled my cruise control not down to as fast as traffic was going, but just overcorrected like a lot. And now I'm having to speed unreasonably to catch up. I want to be able to use my cruise control exclusively, and it's making it difficult when, you know, it wants to stop that way. All right, can you please... Passing through Eugene, Oregon. So yeah, in the truck configurator, I remember installing a sensor bumper, which is what I'm assuming is causing my truck to slow down when I have the cruise control set. Don't you pull in front of me. All right. So now let's reset our cruise control, and ideally, oh nope, of course he's going to do that. So as much as I'd like to put the cruise control on right now, I can't, because it's going to stop me. Feel free to move. Why would it why would it stop like that? That's that brake check BS. Just get out of the way. And then he speeds up. Look at this. Look at this. Oh. I mean, I guess part of that was he forced me to brake really hard, which slowed me down. Which slowed me down like more than I wanted to be slowed down. And now we're gonna have to struggle to climb up this hill and get our speed back. Not the most terrible thing in the world, just from the perspective of, you know, we need this episode to drag out a little bit to hopefully hit the 20-minute mark. But I don't know. I don't know that we're gonna have the ability to. It's not gonna take us 5 minutes to get this load done. And I'm not going to slow down to drag it out artificially because, you know, that's kind of a dick move. I'm not gonna, I don't want you guys to have to sit here and watch these for any longer than you absolutely have to. Oh. So, you know, as much as I want the episode to be 20 minutes, you know, I want to be respectful of your time. So I'm going to try to get this done as quickly as I can. And I'm trying to make it as interesting as I can by driving aggressively. Fortunately, he's getting out of the way. Okay. Alright, I guess I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Looks like we have another left turn up here. And then I have to try to be careful not to drive insanely fast down this back road because it's going to be very difficult to make turns if I'm doing like 70 miles an hour in this big truck on this tiny road. So we'll keep the speed at a reasonable level. Excuse me. The only thing I don't like about the map, this Waze map that's being used, is that it doesn't change the color of the town when you go through. At least it doesn't seem like it. So it's hard to know if I've been here before. I don't remember. I don't remember having been here before. So we'll get this load delivered. Call it a day. I may try to find a mechanic. Definitely need gas. Oh. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Almost ran into the fence there. Let's see here. Where do they want me to drop this? Guess back this way? I'm not sure where I'm supposed to drop this. Oh, okay, I see it. It's back over there to the right. Do I have to back it in there? Yeah, and there's okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll swing around to the left side over here so that I can back it in around that trailer and not have to back it to the right as much. I think that might be the plan. So let's pull it around this way. Because I prefer to be able to stick my head out the left window whenever possible for backing, because it's much easier to see what you're doing when you're doing it that way. So let me come over here. Pull into this little spot here. Hopefully we'll have enough room. Don't generally like using the fake mirrors, but it's just I can't really see out of the other ones, even when I look over in that direction. I'm hoping that I can get around that. Okay, and we'll get rid of it. Oh, what happened? confused. What happened? Okay, so we have some kind of arbitrary clipping happening. That's annoying. Really? So... Wow. No reason for damage. We're not actually touching anything, but I'm getting screwed. What is going on here? Okay, seriously, guys. What is this? For whatever reason, it's just suddenly let go. That was some BS, I'm telling you now. Pull forward a little bit. Alright, well, hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click that like button if you did, so that the YouTube algorithm knows and sends the video out to as many people as possible. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your video feed and you'll be able to watch it as soon as it becomes available. Channel members do get early access to all of my content, so be sure to click that join button, check out the list of options that are available, and decide if any of those are right for you. Channel, your direct support is greatly appreciated and is a critical component of helping any YouTuber become a full-time working member of the internet. So again, thank you very much for your time. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride, and I'll see you for the next one.